Angel Reese blames iconic Caitlin Clark trash talk reaction on double standard. Angel Reese thinks people were so upset about her taunt at Caitlin Clark in the 2023 NCAA championship game because of a double standard. The moment when Chicago Sky superstar who was then an LSU Tiger Angel Reese taunted Indiana Fever icon and former Iowa Hawkeye Caitlin Clark by pointing to her ring finger in the waning seconds of the 2023 NCAA National Championship game, changed the sport of women's basketball forever. Not only did this taunt spark endless debate and attract a ton of attention towards NCAA basketball, but it also catapulted both Clark and Reese, each of whom also became top-tier talents on the court, into a new stratosphere of superstardom. Reese has made it clear multiple times that she doesn't hold any ill sentiment toward Clark, and that the taunt was harmless trash talk. In a video interview with the Wall Street Journal that was part of an October 16 article featuring Reese and Aces superstar Aya Wilson, Reese got honest about the root of the reaction to her trash talk. "Probably my national championship game. That changed my life," Reese said when asked about the most important game of her life. "Seeing 9.9 million people watch that game from a hand gesture to everything that happened changed women's basketball forever. My life literally completely just changed from that game." When asked about the hand gesture toward Clark, Reese said, "Me and Caitlin have been playing together since we were kids. It's just a full circle moment of how women are viewed when it comes to trash talking. It's okay in men's sports, so we're going to normalize that in women's sports as well," Reese continued. "So it's just super competitive. I think Clark and I are two great competitors. We brought a lot of fans to this league. And one day hopefully we can be teammates. She and Clark becoming teammates might turn the entire sport upside down." Angel Reese reveals major wish for her and Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's college rivalry has translated well in the WNBA, attracting new fans and leading to record-breaking game attendance and TV viewership. The two super rookies have lived up to the hype, breaking several WNBA records in their first year. Clark, the Indiana Fever's #1 overall pick, won the WNBA Rookie of the Year and finished fourth in the MVP voting. Reese, the #7 pick of the Chicago Sky, prevented Clark from becoming the unanimous Rookie of the Year winner by receiving one vote. While their intense rivalry has divided WNBA fans, Reese also wishes that one day they could unite them by becoming teammates. "Me and Caitlin have been playing against each other since we were kids," Reese said in the Wall Street Journal's The Job interview series. "It's just a full circle moment of how women are viewed when it comes to trash talking, and it's okay in men's sport. So we're going to normalize that in women's sports as well. It's just super competitive. I think we're two great competitors. We brought a lot of fans to this league and I thought we're going to continue to do that, and one day hopefully we can be teammates, but for now their rivalry, which has drawn comparison to the Magic Johnson-Larry Bird rivalry in the 1980s that skyrocketed the NBA's popularity, is what the WNBA needs to sustain their growth after securing their richest media rights deal to date, 11-year worth close to $3 billion per ESPN. When I think about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's impact on the game, they remind me a lot of Larry Bird and me. Our first meeting, Indiana State versus Michigan State, in the NCAA championship set the all-time viewership record for men's basketball, Johnson wrote on X on June 24. Caitlin and Angel's 2023 NCAA championship matchup and their 2024 Elite Eight games were the highest viewership records at the time. Larry and I heightened the NBA's overall popularity. The Lakers and Celtics sold out arenas throughout the league and increased television viewership exponentially. The higher viewership numbers led to the NBA signing significantly larger TV contracts, which then led to higher salaries for the players. Caitlin and Angel are now doing the same thing, selling out arenas and increasing the viewership. They have taken women's basketball by storm, and with expiring TV deals on the horizon, the WNBA is now in a position to negotiate higher TV contracts and increase salaries for all of the talented players. Johnson and Bird started as fierce rivals but turned into lifetime friends. It's not far-fetched to think Reese and Clark are headed down that path after Reese's revealing statement about her longtime rival. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese represent basketball's most promising rival duo since Magic Johnson and Larry Bird entered the NBA 4 decades earlier. Only unlike the legendary Lakers and Celtics stars, Clark and Reese still have a chance to join forces. "One day hopefully we'll be teammates," Reese told the Wall Street Journal magazine in a piece about herself and league MVP Aya Wilson. It's not the first time the Chicago Sky power forward has admitted her desire to play with the Indiana Fever's rookie sensation. Reese, a former LSU star, actually said as much as she was beginning her final season in Baton Rouge in 2023 less than a year after her Tigers beat Clark's Iowa in the NCAA Finals. "My life literally just changed from that game," Reese told the Journal of the 2023 National Championship, which remains one of the highest-rated games in the history of women's basketball. Of course, Reese infamously directed wrestler John Cena's "You Can't See Me" hand gesture at Clark during that final, a move the Iowa star had flashed at another player earlier in the tournament. But Clark's gesture was directed at a white player, then Louisville guard Haley Van Lith, and failed to make the same impact on social media as Reese's. With the social media darling known as Bayou Barbie, the public reaction was far different. Many called her classless while others resorted to racist attacks. As would be the case throughout her rookie WNBA season, Clark wasn't offended. She expected some chirping and was well aware that she had done the same thing to Van Lith a week earlier. "Everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk," Clark said in 2023. Clark and Reese are already inextricably linked in women's basketball history. Angel Reese says her WNBA salary would have her broke out here. "As much as we've enjoyed the thrilling WNBA Finals competition between the New York Liberty and Minnesota Lynx, it also means the history-making 2024 WNBA season is coming to an end. For a lot of players, that means moving on to their off-season jobs. Yes, WNBA players typically have second jobs in the off-season, because the majority of players, the ones who aren't stars, need the money.